I've never used this Restream program before, so I'm happy to be on. There we go. I got it. Hey guys, I'm happy to be with you guys and everybody at Booth.Life. So thanks for having me. My name is Josh Page, and I'm a singer in Nashville and a performer. I get the privilege of singing at a wonderful bar called Tootsie's, and then pretty often I play at Honky Tonk Central as well. So some of my favorite places out there. So if you're out in Nashville and you're running around and you want to have some fun in the middle of the night, stop by one of those bars. Typically on the weekend, I'm always somewhere. So hey Jason, thanks for being here. So I'm gonna play a bunch of songs for you guys today because that's what I get to do. But I signed my first publishing deal, I guess 5 years ago. It was like when I moved to Nashville, and I was so grateful for that. And it was crazy. I wrote a song that I really didn't like. Like it was one of the dumbest songs I thought I'd ever written. But they were like, dude, this is the best song ever. And I was like, this song's terrible. What are you talking about? And they were like, no, it's the best song ever. We're going to sign you. And I was like, no way. So I remember they signed me, and that day, me and this a great writer, his name's Don Goodman. He wrote a song called Old Red by Blake Shelton. We were sitting in the room, and then I was with a buddy of mine. His name's Chris Candy. He's from Texas. And we were sitting out there just like reminiscing about how like we got from where we are to where we are now. And I was talking about California because I grew up in the Napa Valley, which I'm grateful for. And then I lived in LA before I lived in Nashville. I'm like, man, summertime in LA, I miss it so much when I'm sitting in Nashville, because it's like 100 degrees, or it's like 80 degrees. It's totally humid. You can see the heat wave just kind of floating right off the street. And right then we're like, man, Don says, well, I wish we could have a nice getaway. And we're like, nah, well, there it is. So we wrote this song on a hot day, that day I signed my deal. So this is one of my favorites. So here we go. Caught up in a Friday, 5 o'clock gridlock. Got a cold one on my mind. I can see the heat waves bouncing off the blacktop. Gotta get down with a little unwind. iHeartRadio, when it gets serious. Bobby Bones plays my song, and I'm rocking on the beach. Got my hands up, getting high on the summertime sunshine. All the girls saying, turn it up, catch a buzz on the good stuff. Anytime I wanna get away, all I gotta do is hit play. Every time that song comes on, I get away. Tropicana suntan, dancing in my Ray-Bans, watching my girl, she looks so fine. Kissing a Corona out in California, take me back there one more time. Song stops playing, good times straight, grab my phone, play it again, and I'm rocking on the beach. Got my hands up, getting high on the summertime sunshine. All the girls saying, turn it up, catch a buzz on the good stuff. Anytime I wanna get away, all I gotta do is hit play. Every time that song comes on, I get away. Oh, I don't even have to try. I just gotta close my eyes. Every time that song comes on, I'm rocking on the beach, got my hands up, getting high on the summertime sunshine. All the girls saying, turn it up, catch a buzz. I'm rocking on the beach, got my hands up, getting high on the summertime sunshine. All the girls saying, turn it up, catch a buzz. All the good stuff. Anytime I wanna get away, all I gotta do is hit play. Every time that song comes on, I get away. Every time that song comes on, I get away. There you go. That was a fun one. Anyway, that song meant a lot to me. It kind of was the beginning of I think a lot of really good times and a lot of cool experiences. So I'm grateful for you putting up with that one. Well, for all my new friends out there who I don't know and haven't met yet, like, hope everybody's doing well out in the quarantine world. I think it's been one of the most interesting experiences of my life. I haven't been off, like, I haven't taken a break from playing live music for more than a few weeks. I discovered this in 16 years because I grew up playing in churches, and that was, it was every week, a couple times a week. And then when I got into the gig world, it was, you know, nonstop. The most amount of time I've taken off from the stage has been, in the last 16 years, has been 3 weeks. And I've only done that once. So it's a new world for all of us. And, you know, if you're sitting with your family or you're sitting with people that you love, it's kind of funny because you started this whole thing as like a cool adventure. It's like hang out and have fun. And then all of a sudden everybody's just kind of at each other's throats, you know? So over here, if you guys have something you want to hear from me or you have some odd requests, throw it at me. You know, if I know it, I'll do it. If I don't, I'll try to find something like it. And then, yeah. Until then, this isn't a new song I wrote. I'm happy to try new songs. I think it's one of the beauties of being in Nashville is you get to walk in and see songwriters everywhere trying songs out before they come out on Spotify or on Instagram or anything. And this one I wrote very recently, and I've never played it live, so I'm grateful too. And it started because I was at Tootsie's and I was playing, and at Tootsie's I love Queen, and so I'm always just up on the bar just being kind of dumb. And I remember I don't know if I was singing Queen or if I just got done with it, but I remember looking down the bar, and there was a girl down there, and it's like there's all these people in the crowd, and I'm just kind of trained to just like look people right in the eye while I'm singing. So I do that all the time, but usually people last like 4 or 5 seconds before it gets awkward and they look away, and then I look away. But like I never look away first because I don't want to be that guy that gets shy and looks off. But I looked down the bar, and there was this really, really beautiful girl, and we caught eyes, and it's one of those moments, you know, where you're like, oh, I met somebody and my world stopped, you know? So everything stopped, and I just looked, and I didn't want to break eye contact. I figured 4, 5, 6 seconds before she looks away, cool. But nope, 8, 9, 10 starts to get awkward, but I'm not going to break eye contact, so I just keep staring, you know? A minute and a half, song ends, and then I think somebody like walked in front of her, which is like my only rule to like escape that, was like out, gone. So the song's about that weekend. It was a really cool weekend. We had great conversations and talked about way too much stuff that we shouldn't have. And then that became the birth of this one right here. I was standing on the bar in Nashville, singing songs like I typically do, taking shots of some cheap tequila, but I couldn't keep my eyes off of you. There's a feeling when I'm feeling somebody, and I had it going song after song. I couldn't help it, so I went up to meet you. We met 1, 2, 3 words, I'm gone. I wanted time with my friends. Ooh, I wanted space to be alone again. I wanted to fly to the places that I've been dreaming of, but I didn't want to fall in love. You and me didn't waste a minute asking questions that we should hit that quick. But our friends said we were perfect together, and it's beautiful how good we click. You're focused and you're busy like I am, and even though we're chasing different dreams, we're both so crazy about each other. And baby, that's all we need. But I wanted time with my friends. Ooh, I wanted space to be alone again. I wanted to fly to the places that I've been dreaming of, but I didn't want to fall in love. But I didn't want to fall in love. Everything changed in a moment, and you planned on flying back to LA. No, we weren't looking to find what we found here, but honey, I'm glad you stayed. I wanted time with my friends. Ooh, I wanted space to be alone again. I wanted to fly to places that I've been dreaming of, but I didn't want to fall in love. But I didn't want to fall in love. Yeah, cool. Well, that's a newbie. I guess we'll see what happens with that one if I decide to put it out or not. But I'm grateful that I get to play it for you. Yo, what's up, buddy? Type in. I'm glad you guys are tuning in with us. So, well, I'm excited to play. Decided to play another new one for you. Oh, this is a cool song for me, actually. It's sometimes you get the privilege of meeting some just amazing people that are just like what feels like way out of your league, you know? And a lot of country songs tend to be about like simple girls and college t-shirts and all that. So I remember when I met this girl, she was like just so influential and so successful and beautiful, and it was a cool experience. So, but like once we got outside of what everybody knew about her and we were just hanging out off like the grid, off Instagram, off just alone, it was like all of a sudden she was that country girl, and it kind of caught me off guard. So I didn't really expect her to be that way. So yeah, that became this one. So the song's called What the World Sees. She's a blonde hair, deep green eyes, blue check mark, 10,000 likes, a golden hour on a white sand beach, Miss California, a black dress queen. She's walking red carpets on CNT, but that's just what the world sees. 'Cause she's a small town girl back at home with me, an old ball cap and cut off jeans. She's a box of wine just watching TV. She's awake, a smile and always shining, knows who she was born to be. I thank God every day I get to see all there is for love behind the scenes. There's so much more, so much more. There's so much more than what the world sees. She's on stage, a star and role, a great mind and an older soul. She lights up the room whenever she speaks. Life of the party, living the dream in a black Lexus and SUV. But that's just what the world sees. 'Cause she's a small town girl back at home with me, an old ball cap and cut off jeans, a box of wine just watching TV. She's wake up, smile and always shine, knows who she was born to be. I thank God every day I get to see all there is to love behind the scenes. There's so much more, so much more. There's so much more than what the world sees. She's a small town girl back at home with me, an old ball cap and cut off jeans, a box of wine, watching TV. She's awake, a smile and always shine, knows who she was born to be. I thank God every day I get to see all there is to love behind the scenes. There's so much more, so much more, there's so much more. There's so much more, so much more, there's so much more than what the world sees. There's so much more, so much more, there's so much more than what the world sees. Yeah. My guitar literally went out of tune as I was singing that song. But I'm not playing the best guitar today. So get this. I'm smiling, but this is a sad story. Right before the pandemic started, my mom actually had a stroke. Now she's okay. So before I get the story, she's okay. She's doing really well. She's just scared a little bit, but she had a really bad stroke. However, we had the best case scenario kind of in every situation. So yeah, she's all right. So I packed my stuff. I didn't bring a guitar. I didn't bring running shoes. I didn't bring enough clothes to last me past 2 days because I was only coming home to support her and be here with the family for 2 days. And that 2-day situation, because all of Nashville and all the bars closed down, ended up turning into what now is a month and a half. So yeah, so I'm playing my brother's old beater guitar. I haven't played an Ibanez since I was like 16 and learning how to play. So done. I got a comment from Jason over here that said, been a rough week, live music making it all better, which is so true. Because when I got in the news about all the, like, Nashville's whole opening plan changing, like right before I came on, it like totally knocked me. So even getting to play live music kind of changes my whole situation. So Jason, I'm glad you're with us, man. Happy we can encourage you and make life a little bit better, you know? So I'm going to grab some water real quick. Just right down here. Let's see what time it is. Cool. Got plenty of time. One more new one? I mean, I got most of you guys. Some of you guys know me, some of you don't. So I'm happy to just play new stuff. But I had a request pop in on my other screen over here, which is really cool. This song I wrote recently called Thankful. And it's super funny because I've been on Instagram Lives a lot, being back home in California for the time. And I've tried to play this song like 6 times. And every single time I do it, I've just messed up and just said, screw it. I'm not going to do it because I can't remember the words. So this song's called Thankful. Here we go. I just want to wake up every day like this. Your arms wrapped around me, you smiling and kissing my lips. I count down the moments to the minute we're here. Every time we leave this room, I'm so thankful that I found you. Sometimes I just lay here and watch you while you sleep. It's like everything you're made of was perfectly made up for me. I've had lots of dreams, but the one that I've wanted the most is coming true. I'm so thankful that I found you. I keep asking myself, where the hell did you come from? What did I do right to deserve this kind of love? I see God's perfect grace every time I see your face. Well, maybe that's why he keeps bringing me back to this room. I'm so thankful that I found you. There's so many moments that run through the back of my mind. You waking me up, making love in the middle of the night. Your old pink LA sweatshirt, stained by my midnight dessert. Me playing guitar while you're singing me Neon Moon. I'm so thankful that I found you. I'm so thankful that I found you. Short and sweet. I guess that's how we do it, huh? So, well, I have a list of questions that I have to answer over here, and one of these great questions that I got is, what artist has inspired me the most? And it's such a tough question because I'm going to name 3, and the last one I'm going to play one of his songs because it's just one of my favorite songs of all time. But I didn't want to be a musician most of my childhood. Actually, I kind of planned on playing baseball. My mom had me from like day one. As soon as I decided I wanted to play it, she had me like in all the camps and everything. So that was like my dream. But I was watching TV, and if any of you are old enough to remember Nickelodeon Slime Time Live, that came on my TV, and it was my favorite thing ever. So I was just watching it, and then there's the big crowd, and concerts would happen, and somebody would come out and sing one song, and this group of guys walked out, and they were like just doing their thing and dancing and spinning and singing kind of a corny song, but everybody loved it. And I remember thinking, like, in that moment, I was like, that's exactly what I want to do. So I remember I just didn't really play baseball again. So it was like baseball to guitar. Really pissed my mom off because she really worked hard to get me to be really good at baseball. But things change. But the song they sang, it was the Backstreet Boys, and it was "Quit Playing Games with My Heart." So you guys remember that. So that was a fun one. And then second most influential person ever, Garth Brooks, because before I wanted to do music, I just always thought it'd be really cool if I could be a guy like that who was just sitting on a string floating around an arena somewhere. So country music was my thing. I only had a couple tapes growing up because my family didn't have a whole lot, but we had Garth Brooks and we had Shania Twain. And so those are some of my faves. Yeah, I see you guys commenting. Yep. Garth Brooks is definitely the jam. So now my grandpa, huge Johnny Cash fan. He passed away a few years ago, and he was like kind of my hero. But when he died, I heard this song for the first time, and this artist was so influential to me because when I was a kid, like I listened to so much music that I got to a point where I hadn't really felt anything. I just liked it. I danced around and had fun, but no song had ever like hit me at home, like something that melted my heart, made me want to cry. And my buddy, who just had always been really supportive, he was like a second dad to me, like gave me a CD, and he was like, dude, you just got to go sit by yourself and listen to this. And it's kind of funny because you guys are going to be like, how did you never hear of this guy? But I'd never heard of him before. And I popped in Tim McGraw's Greatest Hits first CD, or Greatest Hits 1. And I heard Indian Outlaw, which was cool. And then the next song was Don't Take the Girl. And when Don't Take the Girl came on, it was like, I just sat in my car and cried. It was like the first time ever that I felt something really deep when I was listening to a song. So it was like that moment was the moment where I went from just loving music and kind of playing everything on my radio or writing every kind of song I could to just going, nope, I'm definitely a country musician and I don't really want to do anything else. So of course I've written all genres, but country music has been my thing ever since that moment. So my grandpa passed away. This song I heard it that day, and it was already a super sad day. I was upset, but when I heard this one, it was like the perfect song to help get me through. So here. Said I was in my early 40s with a lot of life before me, when a moment came to stop me all the time. I spent most of the next days looking at the x-rays, talking about the options and talking about sweet times. I asked him when it sank in, this might be the real end. How's it hit you when you get that kind of news? So now what'd you do? And he said, well, I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a boat named Fu Manchu, and I looked deeper and I spoke sweeter and I gave forgiveness up in the night, yeah. And he said, someday I hope you get a chance to live like you were dying. Said I was finally the husband. Most of the time I wasn't. Oh, I became a friend that a friend would like to have. And all of a sudden, going fishing wasn't such an imposition. I win 3 times a year, I lost my dad. I finally again, sorry. I took one good hard look at what to do if I could do it all again. And then, I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. And I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I get inside in the night, yeah. And he said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying, yeah. Like tomorrow was a gift when you got eternity to think about what to do with it. What would you do with it? What would I do with it? What would I do? The sky diving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. And I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I watched the eagle as it was flying. And he said, someday I hope you get a chance to live like you were dying. To live like you were dying. To live like you were dying. Yeah. Tim McGraw. And some added mistakes just for you, because we mess up. Anyway, that song always reminds me of my grandpa. So music to me has been a really big thing. I'm going to close this window. I'm going to tell you why. Yo, this is live when you're back home with your parents and your brother and your sister, and they're playing Xbox, and they're just like, oh, Josh is singing, I guess we'll just turn the Xbox all the way up to 11. So I close the window, and I can still hear it come all the way down the hall. So I guess that's just a funny thing. That's just how life works. Hi, guys over here. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate all you guys over here on Instagram with me. So we're supporting Booth.Life. So Booth.Life has had me on today, and I'm really grateful that I could be on with them. So again, I just want to shout out and say thank you guys for having me, and thanks for just bringing so much awareness to all the Nashville musicians, because honestly, it's been so difficult. Like, nobody in the music world that I know even got qualified for unemployment until a couple days ago. So felt like nobody could get unemployment. Like, I have so many friends that were like literally living paycheck to paycheck. They got hit so hard. So even just putting thought out there and just showing us some kindness, it means a lot to me. So thanks for thinking about us and, keeping it real. But excuse me, music to me has been just such a huge part of my life for such a long time. I don't talk about this, but since I'm live, I'm just going to just be super vulnerable and super honest with my fans, and with everybody listening. So some people get dealt a really good hand in life, and some people are dealt with things that are just challenges and just, I guess, make us stronger. So when I was a kid, my dad left me when I was really young. So he took off, and I just never really saw him again. But I had a single mom, and she was great raising me. My mom has done everything she can to just support me and my brother and my sister. and be strong. But she got remarried, and we just ended up in, when she got remarried, we were all really happy, but we ended up in a really abusive situation. So the abuse took us through so many twists and turns, and I guess you never prepare for that kind of stuff, but you find ways to get through. And that lasted, I guess that was like a 10-year period of my life, but along the way, there was like a song for every time that I would just sit out on the patio and listen to. So many good songs. And then when I was 10, we moved into a house. It was like right above a church. And so I grew up Catholic. I didn't really know anything about God. So I'd been at that point just like drawing mazes in churches, trying to get through the 50 minutes without getting too bored, you know? When we moved up here, we started going to a different church, and it was like, I was so moved by everything that I was 10 years old. I gave my life to God. Like, I walked up to the pastor and I was like, I want to give my life to Jesus. And he was, he like sat with me like in front of the whole congregation for like 10 minutes, talking to me, make sure I understood exactly what was going on and what I was doing. So when I did that, it like shifted my whole life, and it kind of led me right into the path of worship music. So music became kind of my means for finding hope to get through. Because there was days in our life where honestly, I'd go to bed and not know if I was going to wake up in the morning. So we were scared. And so having songs and having those worship songs to get us through was really everything. Even the dumb ones, like, you know, some of the dumb cheesy ones. You guys remember those, like, if any of you guys grew up in church, like, every move I make, I'm making you. Or that. I can't even remember how to play it. I'm trading my sorrows. All those. So I ended up doing that for a long time. And then music shifted me right from there. Like, I was writing country songs the whole time, but then I went into Christian music. I worked in churches. I got to play with some really great bands and be a part of some really great churches. I was in New Life in Colorado Springs, and then Bethel, and with Jesus Culture. And then right after that, went to LA. So I'm really grateful that I got to do that. But literally, music is Jesus and music are the two things that kept me sane through all the hard times. And so those times ended. We have a great life now. My mom's remarried. She's super happy. Life is great. So I don't want to be on the downer, but that's what music has done for me. That's the power of music, man. It can pull you right out of like the darkest times in your life or the hardest things, and just get you through and just get you, I don't know. And then breakups, you know, I've gone through so many breakups that have shattered my heart. And so sitting down, writing songs and processing them is kind of how I get by. So as I'm playing original songs, you'll see, you hear me talk about this stuff. If you guys follow any of my pages, which if you follow me on Instagram, and the guys over here that are just watching and supporting a Life Booth with me today, I let my life write my songs for me. So all of my tunes, like, I don't just sit in a room and just make stuff up or come up with a good idea. I really, really like to just like write exactly what happened. So if the songs that I played for you already, it's kind of fun, but I don't think any of those songs had one line that wasn't real for me. So I'm looking at all the comments and the questions. I'm missing so many, but yeah, isn't that song so good? All right, so for those of you guys who are on Life Booth, we're live on Twitch, we're on YouTube, and we're on Facebook Live as well. So pretty much outside of Instagram, you guys are on it. They're on everything. So you can find this, but please promote everybody over here who's on this camera, like Life Booth. If you guys don't mind just going on and following them, that'd be really awesome, because they're doing so much right now just to raise money and help out musicians, which is really cool. I mean, this whole thing has been nice. So, and they're supporting bars, just the whole city. Christine, this is Josh. I don't know her. I don't see anything about Christine up in here, but Christine, hey, thanks for being there. So, all right, look, so this is another new song. This song, not going to explain it, I'm just going to play it for you, but this one's called Mystery. Sorry. I got a funny comment said, are you ever going to try out for The Bachelor? I'm like, probably not. You're my beginning and my end. You're the page and the pen. You're the question and the answer. You're like a book I've never read, and a song stuck in my head, my before and my after. I'm a piano out of tune, and if you're ever in a mood, I can always get you laughing. I'm the cause, I'm the cure, I'm the story without words, the crazy how it happened. You're so good for me, I'm totally uncomfortable but perfectly at ease. And I'm so good for you, we're living proof, love will always be a mystery. You're the forest, I'm the trees, you're the waves, I'm the breeze, running perfectly together. I'm the fire, you're the spark, I'm the beat, you're the heart, we're the hope and there's a never. You're so good for me, you'll always be the harmony to every note I sing. I'm so good for you, but here's the truth, I'm a puzzle, you're the missing piece. You're so good for me, I'm totally uncomfortable but perfectly at ease. And I'm so good for you, we're living proof, love will always be a mystery. You're my beginning and my end, you're the page and the pen, you're the question and the answer. You're like a book I've never read, and a song stuck in my head, my before and my after. You're like a book I've never read, and a song stuck in my head, my before and my after. Mystery. You can help me out with that. Appreciate you. I'm getting jokes like, dude, Josh for The Bachelor. I'm like, I hope that I never have to go on a show like that. You know, it is really fun to watch though. I don't have a whole lot of drama in my own life. I try to keep my life a drama-free zone. So watching The Bachelor gives me all the drama that I need. So it keeps it fun. But I do have 3 friends that are on The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart. So I've been able to watch them. That's been pretty interesting. And full disclosure, or full honesty, is disclosure the right word there? I don't know. I'm bad grammar sometimes. So I got invited to be on to Listen to Your Heart. And they asked me, they're like, dude, this show is perfect for you. We got this dating show, blah, blah, blah. And they told me about it. And I was like, that sounds so dumb. Like, nah. But I didn't know who was talking to me about it. Like, it just was this guy talking to me about the show. I was like, no. And then it turns out it was a Bachelor show. I had no idea it had anything to do with ABC or The Bachelor. I just thought it was going to be some new idea that somebody came up with and they were going to throw it on some channel. And I was like, yeah, they're just going to embarrass me. So no, but maybe it would have been different if I knew it was The Bachelor. However, yeah, I got a comment that says Josh has all the grammars, all the words and formats and all the sentences, which is obviously not true. Call of Duty, Jason. You're playing Call of Duty over there. That's what you could hear, all the gunshots just, which I don't really game, but if I did, I feel like Call of Duty would be the one that would suck me in. Maybe. Katie, thanks for tuning in. JT, Katie, I just played Thankful. You were the one that requested it, and you signed off and signed back on. You missed it. So, I've got a little set list here, which is cool. I'm checking time, but this one is another new one that, like, I haven't really played for anybody, but I wrote this. I'm not supposed to say anything, I think, yet, because I think he's contractually obligated to not talk about it, and I'm not supposed to talk about it either, but he's on the show, and we wrote this song together with another one of my friends. His name's Tyler Downs. He's just a really motivated writer in Nashville, and then another one of our friends too, who's probably contractually obligated not to say anything either. So yeah, this song's called Don't Be. We crashed like a tide that was hot on the night that I met you. Still in my heart like a Hollywood star shining on you. You're asking today if I still feel the same way, and I do. And honestly, girl, I can't see a day without you. So don't be losing sleep when I'm not there. Don't be thinking that I don't care. If you're lying there worried we're fading away and you're losing me, don't be. I know there's been times when I didn't pick up when the phone rings. I know that your friends keep telling you about the old me. But anywhere I go without you, I'm always thinking about you. 'Cause with you, I'm better than I used to be. So don't be losing sleep when I'm not there. Don't be thinking that I don't care. If you're lying there worried we're fading away and you're losing me, don't be crying, don't be shedding tears, don't believe all the things you hear. If you're lying there worried we're fading away and you're losing me, don't be. So don't be losing sleep when I'm not there. Don't be thinking that I don't care. If you're lying there worried we're fading away and you're losing me, don't be crying, don't be shedding tears, don't believe all the things you hear. If you're lying there worried we're fading away and you're losing me, don't be. Don't be. Don't be. Yeah, that's a new one. I think I'm going to be putting that one out, or one of my buddies is going to be putting that song out soon. So yeah, hope you guys dug that one. But if you guys like the original music you're hearing, you want to, if you want to follow me, I think honestly Instagram is the best place to do that. I think Life Booth is going to be having all my links up somewhere, but my Instagram handle is @JoshPage'sPage. Or if you're on Spotify or Apple Music, if you just type in Josh Page, you'll find all my stuff. But I haven't played anything really for you but new music, which is kind of cool because I guess this makes it feel a little bit. Oh, hey, Booth.Life, if you click add or join my live, like I'll put you on it. So I don't know if that would even make a difference for you, but if you do it, then people can see that what to follow or whatever. But yeah, sorry I didn't add you to the Instagram. I didn't really know that you guys were. That's the only thing I found that you weren't there or I couldn't figure it out. So yeah, I haven't played anything that I've put out yet. So I think it's probably time that I put some songs out that have gone out into the world. So I want to play. Let's turn my set list over. I want to play this song for you. I put this out. Look, everybody goes through breakups, right? Like breakups can be interesting. Sometimes it can be for the best, but usually if you really care about the person, they always hurt. So this song for me is about like a moment that I had. I gave up drinking for a long time because it was just for that relationship. It was best for us. It was best for us that we didn't do that. So we didn't drink alcohol at all. And then right when I went through the breakup, I remember thinking, oh, I'll go out with my friends and have a drink. I don't need to worry about this anymore. So I went out, sat there, and I looked at the glass, and I remember it was like this moment. I was like, all right, do I continue on the path that I'm on and staying strong, or do I go back to who I used to be? And so it was like a couple weeks. That breakup hurt so bad. It was like maybe a couple months of just me trying to like stop myself from losing all the progress that I'd made over the years. So I wrote this one. The song's called Fighting Demons. I used to be young, I used to be wild, I used to give in to my foolish desires. When you came along, my life was a mess. You gave me your word, I gave you my heart. You were the light that kept me out of the dark. But everything changed the day that you left. I'm fighting demons again, gotta keep holding on, know that it's gonna end. I try to be strong, but I'm fighting demons again. I thought they were gone when I turned from my sins. I try to be strong, but I'm fighting demons again. You were my hope, you were my love. I'd stare at the glass when temptation would come, but you were the reason I came out ahead. I've got my head in my hands, I'm trying to find a way to move on, leave the past behind, but being alone wasn't part of the plan. I'm fighting demons again, gotta keep holding on, know that it's gonna end. I try to be strong, but I'm fighting demons again. I thought they were gone when I turned from my sins. I try to be strong, but I'm fighting demons again. Gotta keep holding on, know that it's gonna end. I try to be strong, but I'm fighting demons again. I thought they were gone when I turned from my sins. I try to be strong, but I'm fighting demons again. I'm fighting demons again. I'm fighting demons. There you have it, Fighting Demons. That one's on Apple Music. That one's on Spotify. So if you like it, please head over and listen to it. Honestly, mean a lot to me. Did I just say awfully? Whatever. Thanks, guys, over here. I appreciate that you guys like this song. Some of you guys have been following me for a long time, so I'm grateful that you're commenting on it. So I'm going to get some water because the allergies are killing me, and I feel like I'm losing my voice. All right, I'm looking through. I guess I've got about 15 minutes left with you, so I'm just gonna play some jams. I guess here's another one that's up. All right, look. I was gonna play a sad song, but I just changed my mind. I don't know if my voice is gonna work to sing this song right now, but if it doesn't, you guys will have something to laugh at. But breakups have sad parts to them, and then they have comical parts to them. So, sometimes you can make a joke out of bad experiences. But like I said earlier, I let my life write my song. So 99% of the lyrics in this song are true. So if they weren't true when I wrote it, they became true later. So yeah, I grew up on a horse ranch. My mom's a rancher. It's actually kind of funny because out in California, it's pretty urban, pretty city. So my mom's like a beauty queen, right? Like she dresses up real nice and real pretty. But in the morning, like every day, she's out. Cowboy boots, just like on lock, old, big, dirty jacket, scooping horse manure, and then she comes back in, and then she's kind of bougie. But it's really interesting. My grandpa was a rancher, so like I grew up like I have all kinds of special things for the ranch. I had a bunch of horseshoes, I had some old reins, I just had neat stuff. I had a bunch of rings that I'd wear all the time, and yeah, I'll let the song tell the story here. Just bear with my voice because I know I can't hit some of these notes right now. So I got my job when I got out of school. I bought my horses a pit to barbecue. I even bought myself a Chevy truck. And then I met her. And then we fell in love. But that didn't last too long. She got everything, got my silver rings, took my horse's reins, and her boyfriend's got my boots on. How could she screw a guy like me? I was nothing but a cowboy, living out his dream, but she got everything. Oh, 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 oh. I saw her yesterday. She was out at the mall. She was spending all my cash and buying all the things that she go on. And while I'm sitting eating frozen meals, she's making out with her boyfriend in the hills. She got everything, got my silver rings, took my horse's reins, and her boyfriend's got my boots on. How can she screw a guy like me? I was nothing but a cowboy, living out his dream. She got everything. Oh, 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 oh. I just woke up one day, she was gone. I got 2 whips, so notice that she do me wrong. She got everything, got my silver rings, took my horse's reins, and here's my little secret. She leaves her man, and she comes running back. But I say I've got a college hottie spending cash on me. She got everything. Oh, 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 oh. She got everything. Oh, 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 oh. She got everything. Damn straight. True story. I never got my rings back. I also never got my horse's reins back. And I never got any of my cowboy boots back. So I don't have any of those anymore. So I wear Timberlands now, but I'm going to have to get myself some new boots. That one's on Instagram. Not Instagram. That one's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. So if you guys like that one, that song's been a cool experience. It came out of a dark time, but I tried to make a joke out of it, and it did. At that point, too, I just come out of another band. The other band, everybody decided to split and go their own ways. And I was like, geez, I've got to start a new Spotify channel. And I was like building it from scratch. And I put that song out. And we're indie musicians, so we're not as big as Blake Shelton or anything like that, you know. But that was the one song that kind of relaunched everything for me. So I'm really grateful that everybody was so supportive and helped me with that one. That one's well over 100,000 streams now, I think, which is pretty cool. So I do need to get me some new boots. And I got a comment on Instagram because one of my buddies knows that I also lost my dog. So that's not in the song, but it should be, shouldn't it? So, yeah. Well, I think I got time for about 2 more. I got a question earlier. It said, what does hope mean to you? And so as I was talking earlier, I was talking about like how music kind of got me through. And so hope for me, I guess it comes down to the Bible, right? Faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. But like hope for me has always been that belief that it'll happen, that it'll work out. It's like, to me, faith is that belief in something that just really can't be proven. And hope is like that part of you that just never gives up and trust that things will be okay and trust that things are going to get better. And I consider myself an optimist. I try to be positive. I wake up every day writing a gratitude journal. Keeps me sane. I deal, like a lot of you, with a lot of anxiety. So the way that I've functioned through anxiety is by being grateful and realizing all the things that I have in my life instead of focusing on things that I don't have or haven't achieved yet or haven't been able to do. So I write in a gratitude journal. I make a lot of positive affirmations, and I like to do a lot of meditation, just meditating on where life's going. But hope is important to me because it's out of that hope that I'm able to do those things, knowing that even right now, like while musicians are out of work, while I'm out of work, and I just found out I'm going to be out of work even longer, I just know things. I know I'll be okay. I know things will get better. And I guess I got faith in God. I'll be okay, even if it goes on for another couple months. And as a 1099 worker, it's hard. And I did get approved for unemployment finally, but not enough to really do much, make a whole bunch of difference for me. So I'm just trusting Jesus that it'll get better. And I just have hope that it'll work out. I know it. I have to have hope. I have to have faith, and I have to have love in my life. And if I don't, like, I know personally, I just won't function. Sam, if you stick around when I close out this live with Booth.Life, I'm happy to add you into my life for a few minutes. That'd be awesome. So since I got time for about 2 more, like if you guys I'll play one more. I mean, I'm just having fun playing originals tonight because I think it's cool, and I'm sure you come to Nashville, you see me most of the time. You're going to see me do a lot of covers, maybe a couple of originals, but it's nice. It's nice to be able to hear original music and play original because it makes me feel like I'm back in the songwriter rooms, and maybe even though I'm in California, sitting in my mom's exercise room, it'll make you feel like you're sitting in one of the songwriter rounds too. So this song, another true story. This is an older breakup tune from back in the day, but I turned 21. I just got back from Vegas, and I remember thinking, man, I should just blow all my cash, and I didn't have much back then anybody, but I was like, I should just blow my cash and play craps, and I didn't. And I was like, I could be fighting people. And there was this girl who kept like DMing me on Instagram with red hair, and she was pretty, and I was like, I could be just dating people, and I didn't. And I was talking to my buddy about it. His name's Tommy Collier. I was talking to him, and we were sitting on the porch, and I go, dude, I could have done so many dumb things in Vegas that I would have regretted. But here I am just sitting playing guitar. And he goes, yeah, man, just doing a little porch picking. And he goes, is there a song called Porch Picking? I'm like, no. So he helped me tell my story. And yeah, this is called Porch Picking. And by the way, that girl, I love Leonard Skinner. She hated Leonard Skinner. Don't know. But yeah, this is for her. I could be tearing up town, cutting loose, falling out, and trying to drink you off my mind. I could be in the back of my truck bed, making out with a hot little redhead, just burning out the night. Blowing cash like a Vegas crap shoot, and kicking ass John Claude Van Damme. I'm gonna hold up here, rock this chair, hit these strings, kill a bear, breathe in the country air. That's what I call living. Picking bread till the sun comes up. With my friends, hey, pass the bud. Girl, did you get the memo? It's called winning. 'Cause I'm sitting out here, porch picking. Ain't gon' stress, ain't gon' sweat it. Tune right up, get to shredding, and playing every Skinner song you hate. You can't be a simple man. Frankly, dear, I don't give a damn. Honey, I'm a bird you cannot change. I'm gonna hold up here, rock this chair, hit these strings, kill the bear, breathe in the country air. That's what I call living. Picking bread till the sun comes up. With my friends, hey, pass the food. Girl, did you get the memo? It's gone winning. 'Cause I'm sitting out here, porch picking. You done gone and made me have to choose between this here guitar and me and you. Girl, you went and lost your redneck mind. But when it comes back to your senses, there's a place here by my side. I'm gonna hold up here, rock these chairs, hit these strings, kill the bear, breathe in the country air. That's what I call living. Picking bread till the sun comes up. With my friends, hey, pass the food. Girl, did you get the memo? It's gone winning. 'Cause I'm sitting out here, porch picking. Porch picking. Boom. That was a fun one. All right, I'm going to relaunch this live over here because it died. There we go. Well, I actually don't have time for one more. I'm actually out of time. But look, I just want to thank Booth.Life for having me on today. I'm really, really grateful that you had me on. So you can see right over here. Yep, my Instagram handle is @JoshPage's page. My Facebook is just JPage Music. My Twitter is I'm Josh Page if you want to hear me talk garbage about absolutely nothing. And then, yeah, iTunes or Spotify. So if you guys want to follow me, I'd be really grateful. But again, thanks Booth.Life. If you want to donate to the Booth.Life website, the Venmo is at Booth.Life, and that's the same on the Cash App. So, ooh, I didn't realize this, but this was sponsored by Screwball. Screwball Whiskey sponsored this whole thing, which is really cool because I had a bad night with Fireball. We'll just leave it at that, and I'll never drink Fireball again. But Screwball, it's quite nice. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you having me on. Much love. Everybody stay safe out there. Really grateful that you guys are there. So